I did an experiment so you can see how long you can stream and have Zoom or Skype calls with ZV E10 without overheating, and how long an NPF battery will last powering this camera with a dummy battery. And after the results, I will show you exactly all the settings you need for perfect 4K streams without overheating and eye tracking. You will be surprised by the results of this experiment. I connected the camera through the HDMI port to my laptop with an Elgato CamLink 4K to be able to stream high quality 4K. The camera is powered by a dummy battery connected to an NPF battery and an adapter plate. And to stream, I use OBS player. The video is 4K, I will not press go live because this will not change the results, but I will let the camera stream into OBS player and record the image also in 4K in OBS directly on my computer. The camera is set to 4K 24 FPS and the HDMI output is also set to 4K 24 FPS. And the room temperature is 75 Fahrenheit. The camera is streaming now to OBS. Let's start the recording and the timer. Let's see how long this NPF can power the ZV-10 for streaming. It's a Power Extra NPF 970 8800 milliamps. Of course, I will add affiliate links in the description for all the equipment used for this experiment. If you click on my links when you buy something, you're not going to pay anything extra, but I will earn a small commission, and this will help me keep sponsors away from this channel and create more content for you. Thank you. If you use a dummy battery that connects directly to the wall, you can stream as long as you want if the camera doesn't overheat. We will see immediately if my tricks work. After 1 hour, the battery is 84%, and at this moment no overheating problems. After 2 hours, the battery indicator is 78% and still no overheating problems. Let's see when will this overheat. After 3 hours, the battery indicator is 58% and still no overheating with the settings that I'm about to show you. After 4 hours, the battery is 44% and still no overheating. This is awesome. After 5 hours, the battery is 33% and look at this, no overheating yet. When will this overheat with these settings? I streamed now for 6 hours, the battery is 19% and no overheating, ladies and gentlemen. I'm waiting, and after 7 hours of continuous streaming, the battery is at 1%, a faster decrease now, closer to the end, and no overheating. The camera died at 7 hours, 9 minutes and 52 seconds, and the overheating sign didn't appear all this time, streaming crystal clear 4K. This proves that if you use it right, the ZV-10 is the perfect camera for streaming. You just need to make the right settings and use the camera correctly. Now, what to do to avoid overheating? First, use a dummy battery. This will make a huge difference. A dummy battery will not produce heat when working. Many creators want to use a USB cable to stream and also charge the camera. Using a normal battery and charging it with the USB cable will lead to fast overheating. If you use a dummy battery, you will not have any problems because the dummy battery will not produce any heat. This will happen even if you use a dummy battery like I did, connecting it to an NPF battery, or a dummy battery that connects directly to the wall. And please note that this experiment is made for streaming. If you want to record a videos on the SD card, the camera will consume more power. This is an affordable NPF battery. If you want more power, of course, you can use something like this battery from Smallrig that can be charged directly with a USB-C cable. You can use it also as a power bank and have a display that indicates the level. This is a phenomenal NPF battery that's worth every dollar. The second thing to do to avoid overheating is to go into the menu number 5, setup 1, submenu power setting option, and set auto power temp off to high. Now, even if the camera gets hot, it will not turn off. The third thing to do to avoid overheating is to keep the screen flipped open. This can look like a simple thing, but it's also important and will help the heat to be dissipated. And of course, to avoid overheating, try to keep a decent temperature in your room, under 75 Fahrenheit. As you saw in the experiment, if you do all these settings, you have no problems with overheating. And now you will discover all the settings you need to take care of to perfectly stream in 4K and have eye tracking. First, set your resolution to 4K and the HDMI output resolution also to 4K. To have eye tracking when you stream 4K using the HDMI output, you need first to use the right frame rate. If you use your camera in NTSC mode, you need to use 24 FPS to make the eye tracking work. If you use 30 FPS, the eye tracking will not work. If you don't know what mode you are using right now, NTSC or PAL, go into the menu number 5, setup 1, submenu number 2, and you will find the NTSC PAL selector. Click on it and it will ask you to change to PAL or NTSC depending on what mode you are in. If you are in the modes that you want, just go back and keep it like that. If you don't know what NTSC or PAL modes are, let me explain them very quickly. If you live in the US, for example, use NTSC. If you live in some countries in Europe, use PAL. I will add a link in the description with a list to see what countries use NTSC and what countries use PAL. Now let's set the correct frame rate. As I mentioned, if you use NTSC, go into the menu number 2, movie 1, go to record settings and choose 24 FPS. If you use PAL mode, go into the menu number 2, movie 1, go to record settings and choose 25 FPS. Perfect, but we are not ready yet to stream 4K and have the eye tracking working. We have a few more settings to tweak. And if you find this video useful until now, don't forget to press the like button and maybe consider subscribing. Thank you. Next, go into the menu, in the menu number 1, submenu number 4. Set the focus area to wide because you can move. You want your camera to track you as much as it can on the entire frame. Still in submenu number 4, you have Face Eye AF set, Face Eye Priority in AF. Turn this on to make the camera track your eye. Subject detection, human, right left eye select, auto, face eye frame display on because I like to check if everything is okay and check easily all the time if the camera tracks my eye. You can see that little square around your eye. Now go again into the menu number 3, network, go to smartphone connect and turn it off. Still in the menu number 3, network again, go to PC remote function and turn it off. And very important, check to have the proxy recording off. And if you want to use the product showcase mode, you can activate it by pressing this button. But keep in mind, when you use product showcase mode, the camera will search for products and the eye tracking will not work. If you deactivate it, the eye tracking will work again. You can't use both at the same time. But if you really know that you have a moment when you want to show some products, activate it with a press of a button, show what you have to show, and after just press it again and deactivate it. But you can do all these settings and still have problems with your setup. And if you want to build the unbeatable rig, a rig so powerful that will make your life so much easier when it comes to talking head videos, I will give you right now a dedicated video where I show you step by step how to build this unbeatable rig. You won't regret it if you watch this video and discover the rig that will change your workflow forever.